Oh, what's good, YouTube? How y'all doing? Um, it's kind of funny, right? Just now, I was looking for a way how to rotate the home screen for the Red Magic 8 Pro because Red Magic team did not implement it into the system. I do not know why, guys. I'm struggling hard because you download, guys. This right here is not what the video is about. I'm gonna say this real quick. Um, if you download an app right on your Red Magic 8 Pro, right, and if it's for a screen rotation type of um type of app, none of them won't work. Okay, like they will work in the sense that it will rotate your screen, but it it will not work on it will not it looks weird. Okay, I had to say this real quick, guys, because it's a little annoying that it's Android and you can't rotate the home screen like that. It's crazy how the company implements the system. Anyways, I spent a whole minute ranting on that. Let me go back. Let me just go to what the video is really about. It is about Exegear. Now, guys, this video was really just about Mono versus Gecko on Wine. Okay, just want to say it real quick for just for my Android users. Um, this will go for PC users as well, but I only use Exegear on Android. But when you want to know about certain things in Wine, you want to go to Wine's website. I said WineHQ. So when you set up your wine right at first, your container, when you first run it for the first time, it's always going to ask you about installing Wine Mono or Gecko. So if you go to winehq.com, right, and you go to Mono, cause you might have the question, why should I install Mono, right? Mono and Gecko, guys. Now I'm not gonna go fully in detail because it's like I'm not knowledgeable on the subject like that. But I mean they're both used inside of Wine to run certain type of applications. So like right here for Mono, it says Mono is open source and cross-platform implementation of the .NET framework. One can use a Windows build of Mono to run .NET applications, right? So if you go down just a little bit, right, this is more information on like the Mono and what is it doing, you know, and you can look at like I guess where it's like located inside of Wine, and this is the Wine versions. But let me go to another thing right here, right? So you might look up like what is a .NET application right here, right? It's a .NET is an open source platform for building desktop, web, and mobile applications that can run natively on any operating system, right? Um, and then you got the .NET system includes tools, libraries, and languages that support modern, scalable, and high performance software development, right? And somebody right here said, well, what is an example of a .NET application? You might look at that, right? Let me go to the website. So you got top 7 examples of .NET applications. You got let's see where we at. See, these 7 companies use .NET in their projects. You said GoDaddy, UPS, for Verizon. So you got some more right here, right? And you get some more information about it if you're gonna use a .NET application. So that's all I'm saying, guys. So I recommend installing both. I mean, I use both, but there's just some information, guys, you can kind of look at. So what's really the purpose of on mobile of sorry Mono and .NET, and like I said, what is it doing for Wine? So just same thing like with Wine Gecko. Where is it at? My bad. See, in Wine it says Wine implements its own version of Internet Explorer. The implementation is based on a custom version of Mozilla's Gecko layout engine. So see right here for the content, you got installing, debug info, building Wine Gecko. See all the other stuff I'm not really sure about, but you know what I'm saying, guys. So you can there's other people out there who can explain it more, who got a better understanding of this. But this is some basic stuff you can look at. So like right here, got when your application tries to display a site, Wine loads and uses its custom implementation of Gecko. Wine tries to find Gecko installation in the following order, cause when you're using Wine, you can go in there and use the internet. So That's what it's like it's saying here. Um, let's see. This part right here under it, like the four bullets is like saying what what the wine gecko is doing and how it's being used, inside of wine. Um, it got see right here, guys. Says whenever wine tried to find local installation, it will. And guys, like I said, guys, this whole and I'm telling you this, guys, I'm still learning myself. Okay, I'm still a newbie. If you're more experienced, you can comment. You can correct me in the description box. I mean, in the comment section as well. Guys, I'm still learning too. Like I say, guys, I'm not a developer or anything. I'm not a coder or anything, guys. I'm trying to gain understanding like you. But like I said, it's good to go to these websites so at least that we can read and we can look up examples online and give us, more understanding. As I'm a newbie myself. But it says, whenever wine tries to find local installation, it will look for the following directories, right? Now, it's saying that in most cases, the files should be placed in user share / wine gecko. Well, when you go into wine and you go into I think it's the .z folder. I think that's when you will really where you can find this, if I'm not mistaken. But let's say you didn't install wine gecko when it asks you to install it when you first and run wine. Then let's say you install an application, but I'm talking before you install gecko. I think when you try to install it, the wine will look for the gecko files, and if it doesn't find them, then it will ask you to install it. That's what I said. Whenever wine tries to find local installation, it will look in the following directories. So I guess the wine is going to look for this. It's going to look in the directories for this stuff. Definitely, if you didn't install wine, if you didn't install gecko, and after you install, it'll look just to make sure. I guess it's there before it proceeds to run that application. Right here it said the 64-bit WOW64 wine. I'm not really sure about that, but I mean you have 64-bit systems, and then you got the x86 systems. But I'm not sure what the wild W with the WW is making is a meaning. But yeah, see the same thing, guys. And then there's another thing on here where somebody asked a question. This is on askubuntu.com for the PC users. And he said, wine install, do I need Mone and Gecko? And he said, I use all kinds of legacy window apps that aren't available on Linux. Let me see. Yeah, right here, he got 3 answers, You need Mone to run certain applications and components. That's what I'm saying. Because one time I tried to install an application on Wine, and it asked me to install this first. The thing said Mone and Gecko, or one or the other, but it still asked me. It says it is recommended to install the Microsoft Core fronts. Some applications required to work properly. That's why I'm saying some things will work in Wine off the bat, and then some things you got to install. And guys, I'm going to clear up something real quick. When you look at Xgear versus, I might have said this in another video one time, but Xgear versus Wine, guys, they work together. It's basically like a computer and a monitor. The Xgear is just a I'm not gonna go. I'll leave the description box like the definition of Xgear really, but really, guys, it's just a layer. You know what I'm saying? Like a it's just a I don't know how to say it. Like all Xgear really is just whatever like you have Wine, so whatever is with Wine is just project itself through Xgear. That's really it. Like I said, Xgear is it's like a computer monitor. Wine's like the computer, and Xgear is the screen. So whatever is going on with Wine, it's going to project itself through Xgear, which is how you see it being used when you run Xgear. Other people can explain it better than that, but I'm just saying that's kind of like how it is. Xgear is really by itself. You know what I'm saying? It's basically like a house, and Wine is like everything else, the furniture, the wiring around the house. You know what I'm saying? Everything that makes it complete. That's really what it is when you look at Xgear and Wine. But they both work together. Let me see. And see if it says like the person wrote for Gecko, check, WineHQ. Yeah, so And this other stuff is, talking about on the PC. Wine Trick you can still use on Android, but this is talking about for the person who had Ubuntu. But guys, that's what I really just kind of say real quick when it comes to Wine and Gecko. To Mono and Gecko, guys, you can install both. Like I said, it is used for certain things. You don't have to install them as long as you know what they're doing. Like you see, go online here and you're looking at what's the purpose, what's the job of Mono and Gecko and Wine. So if you already know what that is and you don't know but you're learning what that is, and if you feel, well, based on what I'm using, I don't need it, then you don't have to install it, because I just installed, so just in case I'm using blah blah blah, I don't have to worry about installing it again. It's already there. But that's all, guys. I just want to show you that kind of real quick. And like I said, anything that you don't understand about wine, you can look it up through on you can look it up online. You know, and you can search it up for wine. Anything with wine, you can search up online. Like, what is this? You can do WineHQ, blah blah blah. I'll make another video on that just to kind of show you. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Deuces.